Adrastus, a mythological figure in ancient Greece, was the king of Argos and a leader in the Seven against Thebes war. He was born to the king of Argos, Telos, but was driven out of Argos by his rival, Amphieros. Eventually, he became the king of Sicyon, and later reconciled with Amphieros and returned to Argos as its ruler. Due to a divine oracle, Adrastus married his daughters to the exiles Polynices and Tydeus and promised to help them regain their homelands. He assembled an army of 7 champions, known as the Seven against Thebes, to place Polynices on the throne of Thebes. Unfortunately, the mission failed, and all champions except Adrastus died. He was saved by his divine horse Arion. Later, he joined the Epigoni, the sons of the Seven, in the second war against Thebes, which was successful. Adrastus was said to have passed away on his way home. Adrastus played a significant role in Greek mythology and was featured in works such as Homer's Iliad, the cyclic Thebaid, Pindar's poetry, and Euripides' The Suppliants. His stories were retold by authors like Diodorus Siculus, Hyginus, Statius, and Apollodorus. Adrastus was revered as a hero and founder of the Nemean Games. He had hero cults in Sicyon, Megara, and Colonus, and was depicted in art as early as the 6th century BC. Adrastus is a Greek mythological figure, known for his unique story. According to the Iliad, he was king of Sicyon, but not much is known about how a son of Argive king Telos ended up ruling Sicyon. Later sources explain that there was a dispute between the descendants of Bias and his brother Melampus, involving Adrastus, who was the grandson of Bias, and Amphieros, the son of Oikles, a grandson of Melampus. Pindar wrote that Adrastus fled from Argos to Sicyon to escape Amphieros, and during his time there, he established the Sicyonian Games. It is unclear from Pindar's account what specifically led Adrastus to take refuge in Sicyon or how he became king, but later sources offer different explanations. One version is that Adrastus fled to Sicyon after his brother Pronax, who was king of Argos, died, where Adrastus' grandfather Polybus was king, and eventually, Adrastus inherited the Sicyonian throne. Another version suggests that Adrastus fled to Sicyon after Amphieros killed Telos, and Adrastus became king by marrying Polybus' daughter. Regardless of how he became king, Adrastus was known to be a skilled speaker and owner of the incredibly fast horse Arion, given to him by Heracles. Arion, the offspring of Poseidon and Demeter, saved Adrastus during the War of the Seven against Thebes when all the other champions were killed. Pindar also wrote that Adrastus was able to reconcile with Amphieros by giving him their sister Eriphyle in marriage, and he was then able to return to Argos and take the throne. The War of the Seven against Thebes originated from the fight between Polynices and Eteocles, sons of Oedipus, for the throne of Thebes. The conflict led to Eteocles seizing power and Polynices banished from the city. Polynices, seeking refuge, ended up in Adrastus' palace where he entered into a fight with Tydeus over bed space. When Adrastus came to know of this fight, he remembered an oracle that called for the marriage of his daughters to a lion and a boar. So, Polynices was given Adrastus' daughter Argia, and Tydeus, Deipyle. Adrastus then amassed an army to attack Thebes, which came to be known as the Seven against Thebes. One of the chosen champions, the seer Amphieros, refused to join because he foresaw the expedition's failure and the death of all the fighters except Adrastus. But Polynices bribed Amphieros' wife Eriphyle to convince her husband to join. The expedition stopped at Nemea for water, where a child hero named Opheltes died, and Adrastus arranged for funeral games in his honor. He won the horse race with the help of Arion, his horse, marking the origins of the Nemean Games. As predicted by Amphieros, the campaign ended in defeat at Thebes, leading to the death of all champions except Adrastus. The new ruler of Thebes, Creon, then denied the dead a proper burial, but Theseus, the king and founder hero of Athens, helped Adrastus to retrieve their bodies. In Greek mythology, the Seven against Thebes were a group of champions who fought against the city of Thebes. The exact number and names of these champions were uncertain before the 5th century BC. Aeschylus' 7 against Thebes provides the first certain reference to their number being 7, and lists their names. However, Adrastus, who was present at the battle, was not included as one of the 7 by Aeschylus. Euripides the Suppliants and Sophocles' Oedipus at Colonus also list the same 7 champions with their names. However, in the Phoenician women, Euripides provides a slightly different list with Adrastus included as one of the 7. This list was followed by the Greek historian Diodorus Siculus, the mythographers Apollodorus and Hyginus, and the Latin poet Statius. In the Phoenician women and Apollodorus, each of the 7 was assigned to one of the 7 gates of Thebes, with Adrastus being assigned to the 7th gate in the Phoenician women and the Homoloidian gate in Apollodorus.